And now to the Middle East, where negotiations between Israel and Hamas are reportedly on the brink of a historic breakthrough. Officials say a potential deal to release hostages and end over 15 months of conflict in Gaza has never been closer.
Progress was made. We see some progress in the negotiations. Israel wants a hostage deal. Israel is working with our American friends in order to achieve a hostage deal. And soon we will know whether the other side wants the same thing.
The talks, which are currently held in Doha and mediated by Qatar and Egypt, have involved intense coordination between the outgoing Biden administration and the incoming Trump team, underscoring the high stakes. But while progress has been made, the deal isn't finalized just yet, with the clock ticking to bring the hostages home, including at least 7 Americans.
On the war between Israel and Hamas, we're on the brink of a proposal that I laid out in detail months ago, finally coming to fruition. I have learned in many years of public service to never, ever give up. So I spoke to Prime Minister of Israel yesterday. I spoke to the Emir of Qatar today. I look forward to speaking with President Sisi soon. We're pressing hard to close this. The deal we have structured would free the hostages, halt the fighting, provide security to Israel, and allow us to significantly surge humanitarian assistance to the Palestinians who've suffered terribly in this war that Hamas started.
Now, in the first phase of the proposed agreement, Hamas would release 33 hostages labeled as humanitarian cases. These include children, women, and elderly individuals. If this initial phase goes through, it will pave the way for tougher negotiations, the release of male soldiers, young men, and the remains of hostages who did not survive. However, the second phase would begin on the 16th day after the deal is implemented, the officials informed. Even though Israel believes most of them are in fact alive, it is yet to confirm the status of all captives.
We are focused on getting the living back first. We want the bodies back too, for a decent, respectful burial, but we want the living first. But also, we need a guarantee that they are alive now and that they will be kept alive until they are released. Because we know that they can be executed in an instant, as was the case when we were close to rescuing our people.
So after 15 months of intense fighting, what is it that's in fact pushing Hamas to the table? Israeli officials point to a crumbling Iranian-led axis in the Middle East. With Hezbollah weakened in Lebanon and the Assad regime out in Syria, Hamas has found itself under pressure. Israel, however, isn't taking any chances. In fact, it's holding onto key bargaining chips with control over strategic territories in Gaza and a roster of high-profile Palestinian prisoners. Officials have made it clear those behind the deadly October 7 attack won't be going free, nor will individuals who are serving multiple life sentences.
It is clear what we saw in the area of the penetrating tunnels, what we saw in the area of threats, while we saw the heroic war that eliminated these capabilities. How will we make sure it will not happen again? How will we ensure that security control will be in the hands of the IDF, which will be allowed to act everywhere to prevent threats? We will ensure here in Gaza, as with Lebanon, as with Syria and in the East, that no more threats will be created against Israeli communities, citizens of the State of Israel and IDF soldiers.
However, unconfirmed reports suggest that up to 200 convicted terrorists could be released under the deal, though they would likely be sent to Egypt, Turkey, or Qatar rather than the Palestinian territories. Still, no one knows if this fragile deal will hold together long enough to bring the hostages home, or will it unravel in the final stretch.
From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, shedding light on the world's top headlines, detailed analysis on the stories that matter the most to you. Catch it all on Spotlight at 6 p.m. India time and 12:30 GMT, only on Firstpost.